4644. Does the ATC term cleared to cruise apply to helicopter IF or operations? A. No. This term applies to airplane IF or operations only. B. Yes, but the pilot must report leaving an altitude. C. Yes, in part. It authorizes the pilot to commence the approach at the destination airport at pilot's discretion. The correct answer is C. The term cruise may be used in place of maintain to designate a pilot to a block of airspace spanning from the minimum IF or height to the cruise clearance's maximum altitude. At any intermediate altitude inside this area of the sky, the pilot may level off. The pilot has the freedom to climb or descend inside the block. The pilot cannot return to an altitude in the block after verbally reporting starting a descent and leaving it without further ATC approval. 4270-1. Unless otherwise stated, instrument procedures use the standard IF or climb gradient of A. 500 feet per minute. B. 400 feet per nautical mile. C. 200 feet per nautical mile. The correct answer is C. The standard IF or climb gradient is 200 feet per nautical mile, which means that for every nautical mile traveled horizontally, the aircraft should climb 200 feet vertically. This standard gradient ensures a safe and efficient climb during instrument procedures. 4417. What action is recommended if a pilot does not wish to use an instrument departure procedure? A. Adverse clearance delivery or ground control before departure. B. Advise departure control upon initial contact. C. Enter no DP in the remarks section of the IF or flight plan. The correct answer is C. If a pilot does not wish to use an instrument departure procedure, it is recommended to enter no DP in the remarks section of the IF or flight plan. This informs ATC that the pilot intends to depart without following a specific instrument departure procedure. By including this information in the flight plan, ATC will be aware of the pilot's intentions and can provide appropriate instructions or clearances for the departure. 4419. Which procedure applies to instrument departure procedures? A. Instrument departure clearances will not be issued unless requested by the pilot. B. The pilot in command must accept an instrument departure procedure when issued by ATC. C. If an instrument departure procedure is accepted, the pilot must possess a textual or graphic description. The correct answer is C. Instrument departure procedures, DPs, are specific procedures designed to facilitate the transition from the departure phase of flight to the en route structure. These procedures are established to ensure standardization and safety in instrument flight operations. When a pilot accepts an instrument departure procedure, they must have access to the textual or graphic description of that procedure, which provides the necessary information on routing, altitude restrictions, and other relevant details. 4638. Which is true regarding the use of an instrument departure procedure chart? A. The use of instrument departure procedures is mandatory. B. To use an instrument departure procedure, the pilot must possess at least the textual description of the approved standard departure. C. To use an instrument departure procedure, the pilot must possess both the textual and graphic form of the approved procedure. The correct answer is B. Pilots must have at least the textual description of an approved, effective DP in order to use one.